Even more details are emerging about Victoria Fuller and her relationship with Greg Grippo. They appeared together as a couple on the Viall Files, where they talked about the timeline of their relationship in more depth. Keep reading to find out what both Greg and Victoria had to say. Victoria Fuller, Greg Grippo go deeper into timeline. Victoria Fuller appeared with Greg Grippo to talk to Nick Viall on the Viall Files. They are telling their side of the story and addressing all the things that have been said and assumed about their relationship. She admits to having a hard week since she and Greg went public. Victoria said it wasn't good having her character questioned again. They say no cheating ever happened, but they have always had a mutual interest in one another without each other knowing. In April, Victoria says she reached out to Greg to see if he was going to be heading to Bachelor in Paradise. He was in an on and off again relationship and wasn't heading to the beach. However, once Victoria hit the beach, Greg couldn't stop thinking about her. He said he hoped she would come home single. Natalie Joy's big party. Nick also brought up Natalie Joy's birthday party, which Johnny DeFilippo has said is when Victoria started being cold. Victoria says she was not engaged at the party. She also said she barely spoke to Greg and actually spent 2 hours speaking to Justin Glaze. Then in September, Johnny showed up at Victoria's house with a suitcase. He wanted to talk things out and asked if they could have one last night together. She said they had a 45-minute conversation again, which reached the same result, that they were not together and were not going to be. She did not let him stay the night. Victoria reached out to Greg in September. He visited her in Nashville and stayed the night at her house. When he left, they both talked and decided maybe it was bad timing and they shouldn't see each other. Then, 12 hours later, he called her saying he wanted to see her again. They kept talking and getting to know each other more. Finally, he asked her to go to Rome so they could go on a date. Victoria said that trip changed everything. Greg asked Victoria to be his girlfriend on October 31st. At that time he told her he was falling in love with her. By the end of November, Greg said he was head over heels in love. She says she loves him too. They even told Nick they believe they are each other's person. Just yesterday, Victoria shared a photo on Instagram saying, "I love you." Greg commented back saying, "STFU and kiss me." Next up, the couple plans to meet each other's families. Victoria will be joining Greg with his family for Christmas. Plus, he's packing up and moving to Nashville.